Welcome to Choosing Love Again, a podcast born from heartbreak and hope. Statistics show that 40 to 50% of marriages end in divorce, and sadly, I, Angela Lewis, am part of that statistic. I believe if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So instead of letting my story end in disappointment, I chose to let it begin with purpose. Here, we sit down with married couples who are doing the work, not just surviving, but thriving. We uncover their wisdom and the secret sauce that keeps their love strong. So lean in, open your heart, and let's choose love again. Welcome to the Choosing Love Again podcast. I'm your host, Angela Lewis. My guests today, oh my gosh, are the amazing couple. They are not only husband and wife, but they work together. They actually wrote a book together. They got a lot of togetherness going on.
Right.
But I want to introduce you guys and welcome to the show my friends, Doug and Dr. Atiya Parsons.
Hey.
Thank you for having us again.
Appreciate you having us.
Yes.
I am so
Absolutely.
excited to have you guys here,
Thank
okay?
you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, how long have you all been married?
So we've been married for 26 years, but we've been together for 30.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a long time.
Does it seem like a long
Dang,
time?
don't
Doug?
say it like it's
seemed
something
it seemed like I've been with her forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was born and then we was together. Like forever.
Oh my God. So
my goodness.
Okay, so any past relationships, just gone. It's just like all you can remember is Atiya.
That's all I can remember. That was the best one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that was the best one, baby.
Yes.
That's so sweet. That is so sweet.
Right.
So 26 years. What's one of the biggest lessons that life has taught you being married 26 years together?
For me,
Go ahead. I'll let you
I would
go
like
first.
to go first on this time.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
So for me, it was really, we have a great counselor. And what my counselor has taught, and we talk to her good or bad, you know what it's taught me is to put myself in her shoes. So whatever is an issue, like, you know, you just put yourself in the other person's shoes, and you can kind of tell how they feel from that, where when I start putting myself in her shoes and the things that I would do, little things and stuff, I was like, oh, I probably wouldn't like that personally. So that was big, although it seems, you know, people say, hey, treat others how you want to be treated.
Right.
That was big for me, even though it's a common saying. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, so what about you,
And I
Atiya?
would say for me, just knowing that we're in different places, like, you know, maybe he's not like that same person when he was in his 20s when we met and, you know,
Right.
making mistakes, and even in his early 30s making mistakes. So sometimes you have to give people a little grace, you know, because they're not picture perfect, you know, and just transparency. And then, you know, because I'm not the same 21-year-old, you know,
Gotcha.
that he met. So
Right.
we've had conversations, serious conversations before, like, because my mindset is totally different and my needs have changed. So these are some of the things that I need now at the age I am now and where we are now in our relationship.
right.
I love that.
So I just
love
need
that.
her to just chill out sometimes.
Wow.
And just relax. I know you don't like me to use that word,
Right.
but she just needs to relax. She has relaxed a whole lot. She's not as feisty
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
as she used to be, and
Okay.
she kind of just lets me be me now.
Okay.
I love that. You
And-
know,
okay.
she's grown a lot.
I love
Really?
it. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. Take us back to when you all first met. Like, how did you meet? How did you
Oh,
get
wow.
together?
Okay, so I'll give you the short version.
Okay.
So the short version, where we're from Indianapolis, everyone roller skates, right?
Okay.
And so I'm roller skating. His friends are standing on the sideline, just kind of, you know, onlookers, watching everyone.
Right.
So his friend initially wanted to talk to me, but I guess his friend was too afraid. So he said, well, I'm going to give you one more time. if you don't say anything by the time she goes back around, I'm going to say something to her, right? So he said something to me. He actually, he ended up giving me his number like on our way out.
Okay.
And I actually threw it away.
Oh, wow.
That was the worst mistake of her life.
Literally, I threw the number away. So then 30 days later, at the time I was in college, remember, he was a hustler in the streets. And I knew that. And I was like, I don't want any part of that, because I had talked to guys like that before.
Okay.
It's too much that comes with it.
Okay.
So I literally had 3 jobs, was in college. One of the jobs was at the mall. 30 days later, my car wouldn't start. So here he comes. I'm at the mall trying to get the car.
Let me set the stage.
And he comes, because he loves this part.
Stage. Okay, so back, I used to have a lot of fun.
Oh, but hold on. Before that, he said he had been following me for 30 days. He would see me, and by the time he got up to me, the light would change.
I was just pursuing her.
That's stalking.
Pursuing.
Oh my gosh. I could
was
not
trying to
believe
get to
that.
it. But anyway, so it was a Sunday. And I was going to get something to wear to this skating rink thing that she's always talking about that we go to.
Okay.
And so I pulled out. And then, like, I noticed by the front, I seen a young lady and her hood was up. I still remember she had on a sundress. And I don't remember if your hair was super long then or not. I think it was blowing in the wind or whatnot.
Oh, wow.
So I pulled up and I was like, see what happened when you don't call me, right?
Oh, my
And I said, here's my number again, like, call me. So she ended up calling me that time. She couldn't resist.
I was like, let me give him a chance because, this must be something.
Okay, because it felt like maybe it was more than just coincidence.
Right.
That you were broke down.
Right.
And then who comes to the rescue?
Exactly.
He's the Prince Charming.
Right. Exactly.
Sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
All right. Well, that is so cool. Okay, and then so how long from that day then did you guys maybe have your first date?
We went out maybe probably a few days later. After that, we went to Red Lobster. That was our first date.
And we still eat it and still love it.
Still love it.
No matter
That's our spot.
how much we go up, we still love red. Some people don't eat Red Lobster.
We love it still.
Well, I think that holds a special place in your heart,
That's
right?
right.
Okay. I think that is so good.
It does.
So tell us, now you're here in Atlanta.
Yes.
And you said you started out, was that Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
So how did you end up here?
So we went from Indianapolis to Kentucky. So Kentucky was kind of the pivotal point where he changed his life. So he said, you know what? I'm not going to be in the streets anymore. So he said, I have an aunt and uncle that live in Kentucky. Mind you, I was in college.
Right.
So when he said he was leaving, basically, I was like, well, you're not going to leave me. This was like a little over a year into our relationship.
Right, because I didn't even ask her to come.
He didn't even
she
ask.
Just had to come with me. Didn't you, babe?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
So I come home right after a crazy night, of hustling, and I was like, you know what? I'm changing my life. I got an aunt in Kentucky. I'm out of here. Like I'm just
good for you.
So,
Okay.
And she was like, well, you're not leaving me here.
Yeah.
Which that was great for me, but I wasn't gonna try to take her from her family. You know what I'm saying? Like, come with me because, I only had an aunt and uncle where I was going.
Right.
And she had her mother, brother, sister.
Yeah, so we didn't
like
have
that.
any friends. It was just an aunt and uncle. But in hindsight, long story short, it was a blessing. And it was meant for me to say, I'm going to go with you and go with him because there were many times where he kept saying he was going to go back. And I would literally call his mom and he would get upset. But, now he's like, I'm so appreciative because I would say, hey, Doug said he's coming back. Like, can you talk to him? Because I knew going back meant going back to the streets. And I was trying to save him from that.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
That was really something.
So I enrolled in college there, University of Kentucky, and ended up finishing there.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, was Doug pretty much always supportive of you finishing your college degree?
Oh,
that was
absolutely.
That was my good side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a street guy in the hood doing what I do, doing way too much. And she was like, you got this bad side and then you had this good side. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she was like the good side, the good stuff, and was doing things progressive.
Cooking those good meals. Yeah,
I
locked them in. The Bath and Body Works smell good.
Yeah, I promise. So I had a group of friends, right? We still friends to this day. But like when I started dating her, like I may go over her. No, so we might be at my house, all my
Right.
friends over my house.
Right.
And they would smell her scent and they'd be like, Tia been over here. Or she would be cooking, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And they'd be like,
Right.
oh, Tia must be over here. And they love her to death.
Right.
too.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that was really good.
Yeah.
So, help us understand Atiya, and then I'm gonna come back to you and ask you something, Doug. But when you met him and you were in college, okay, but he was, you know, like you like to say, you're hustling or whatever in the
Right.
streets. But what did you see in him, or did you get a feeling? I guess what gave you the unction to believe in this man?
I think it was a friendship that started.
Okay.
He was really, really funny. Doug is really funny, you know. Really spontaneous. We had fun, like going to the movies, going out to eat. So something just, it was always like a push towards him, like something was pushing me towards him. And I guess I feel like ultimately the purpose of one of the purposes of us being together was we have two beautiful sons together. And then, you know, he always says he feels like I helped save his life, you know, because we already know there's only two ways when you're in the streets. You
Right.
either end up dying or, you know, in jail. So I just feel like that was probably one of the reasons why,
Wow.
you know, God kept pushing me towards him. Because you wouldn't think like this girl in the books, like I'm getting ready to get this education degree. You know, at the time I was going to school for education, talking to someone like that. At the same time, my mom had moved to the Virgin Islands, so I was pretty much on my own. So it wasn't like I needed him to buy me material things, but I did need someone to help me sustain life, you know, because I didn't have anyone to fall on, you know, when I needed different things. I was paying for college all on my own and everything. So that money was a benefit. It was a plus.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Did you like the way you felt when you were around Doug? Because you said he would make you laugh. He was very easy to be around or something?
Very easy to be around. Now, he did used to do too much sometimes. It was a couple of miscellaneous girls here and there, right? Did way too much, you know, and it was several times.
That's where the grace come in.
I was like, I'm leaving you. You're like doing way too much, you know. But again, you pray about it. You ask God for those signs. And there was never a sign that was like, you need to leave him, you know. And that's where I do think that grace comes in and allowing him to grow up and mature, you know, and really form into this great man that he is today.
Wow.
You know? Yeah. And I don't support like doing wrong stuff, but like a lot of people that get in relationships early, like especially them, like, and those people, they growing up together, and especially guys. And then you think about guys who didn't have a father to look at, which I did, but guys don't have a father, don't have like that figure to look at. They gotta learn, like, you know, everybody you don't go to school for marriage, or
learn
to be
what
together.
it takes to truly be a man.
Right. So I just urge, you know, like she gave me grace, and then I turned out okay. You know what I mean?
And neither one of us had great examples of, like, his parents were together, but it wasn't the best example model of a marriage. And then my mom was in an abusive relationship. A lot of my stepfather was abusive, so it was, you know, so we had to kind of like pave the way and figure things out. A lot of prayer, a lot of, you know, the counseling once we got older. So just figuring things out.
That's something. So, Doug, I want to ask you this.
Yes.
Because you brought up the counseling, and I think that is just so, for me, music to my ears. Because, especially in our culture, the being and black, a lot of times, and not putting not trying to attack the brothers, but a lot of times the guys were very hesitant. So how did you get to the point where you saw that this is a person that's more of a teammate, you know, can help us?
Well, initially I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So initially, like in the early days, and she'd be like, I want to go to counselor. I'd be like, well, I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? And even when I did go a couple times, I feel like we had bad counselors, and that's with the level head today where we at, they was bad. You know what I'm saying? And so the last time she allowed me to choose one, and I really did my due diligence and really looked them up, and she is the one. And I even, you know, push her to, you know, my friends and stuff. And even when we speak sometime, we'll have her come, you know, and she get to talk to people, and we like, you know, refer her out and all that, but like, so.
Okay, so let me just say, this is what I just heard. Basically, if the woman allows the man maybe to feel they're more in the process, like in the
Right.
choosing,
Right.
that made you feel more comfortable? Like, maybe
did.
this person is not going to be taking one side, like taking
Right.
tears, because
Right.
she didn't really have anything to do with that selection.
Right.
And
Okay.
then even like it's just about the perfect one, because it's not even about a male or a female either, I think. Because even though we have a female, it's like she stand on what's right.
Okay.
So we talk to her sometime, and sometime like you would think she's perfect, but sometimes
me?
she's
No,
not.
never.
Sometimes it be like the counselor's like, no, like you wrong, and you need to stop doing that, and that feels good as a man.
Okay.
So
Oh Lord.
it feels good, so when we go back and forth, and I know it's
Right.
something, and like you know when you're wrong or not,
Right.
So and it's like, okay, well, great, go ahead, let's set up a session, like so she can tell you no,
Okay.
Right.
no Blondie,
Exactly.
Wonderful. So, the book that you guys wrote.
right?
Tell us the name of the book where you co-authored together.
Okay, so it was Bricks and Blondie. We nailed it. The
Let 'em know
blueprint.
it's a
Hold
best-
on a second.
let 'em- let
Let
'em
me
know.
give her the title of the
See,
book.
you got to set people up, right?
Angela asked for the title of the book.
Listen.
Bricks and Blondie, we nailed it. So it's the blueprint for real estate and relationships. And we were #1, like literally the day it came out on Amazon.
Oh, wow.
So it was
It's a
number one book,
best- it's a
number one bestseller.
Number one bestseller.
Now, do you
Awesome.
want to say what the book's about, since you keep interrupting me?
Yeah, it's actually the blueprint for relationships
What's
and real
it about?
estate. That's what it's about, real estate and relationships.
Okay, so it's built on the premise of an analogy back and forth between things you would need to like build a house, remodel a house, and
Sure.
those same things in the relationship.
Right.
So it goes back and forth.
Right.
Okay.
So, say for instance, so when you're in a relationship, right? Well, let's talk about the houses. When you build a house, put a house together, you got to have the roof, you got to have the
Right.
foundation and everything like that. Well, just like in a house, if you don't have the proper foundation, the house will sink in, fall
Right.
over. Right. So same thing in your relationship.
I
right.
gotcha.
If you don't got a good foundation,
Right.
it'll crumble.
That's beautiful. So let's start with that. What would you all say in a relationship really is a good foundational thing that a relationship must have to keep standing?
I know it's cliche and people say it all the time, but communication, like seriously,
Okay.
because you have to learn each other's communication style. Like if I really want to talk to Doug about something that's serious, I know the right time to say it. I know the right tone that I need to have, and I know how to present it. So communication is so important, and vice versa. Like he knows my communication style, So when you have someone that's kind of like one-sided, this is my way and this is how it's going to be, and
Right.
or someone that wants to shut down, the foundation is gone from the beginning.
Okay.
I would never want to be overbearing. Ever.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Some men are very overbearing,
Right.
and like I would never want her to feel, like no type of way. Like some guys is just I see them, they just overbearing and they do this, do that, and tell their wives and talk any kind of way, and I just never wanted my wife to feel like that.
And I feel like from the beginning, when people are doing the dating, like, okay, I'm doing things that he likes, he's doing things that I like.
Sure.
Where if you don't have that compromise, and he's like, well, I don't really like doing that, so I'm not really gonna do it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really like going to a basketball game, so no, I'm not gonna. You're never gonna cross over into each other's worlds,
Right.
Okay.
So I think that's very important.
You've done some great
establishing
crossing,
from the
baby.
beginning. Absolutely, I
has
did so
crossed
many things. I'm like, I
over.
really don't
And
like
loved,
this.
loved the things when she crossed
Right,
over.
right.
So,
Right.
like I
Okay,
said,
so give me an example. What was one of the things
I don't want
that
to give you the
Atiya
example I was
that you thought about? Well, Atiya,
But let's just say this: she's came a long way. She's done a lot. Like one thing, I like to smoke cigars. She used to hate that, right? So I'm glad she finally has come to some type of easiness about that. That's
Okay.
one thing.
Okay.
Some of the places I used to go, she wouldn't want me to go. I started taking her with me, and now she has a good time when we go.
Yeah, and he went to the Nutcracker. He took me to the Nutcracker a couple of years
Oh,
ago.
yeah. See, I
So
listen.
that's
I never
literally
was-
something, a ballet
Right,
that he
that
would
he
have
would
never
be-
gone to.
right,
But I
right.
was in the Nutcracker 3 times, so he knew the importance of
Okay.
that for me and
And so-
surprised
Only
me.
because
And
she
we went.
always talked about it. Oh, it's the Nutcracker. Right. Nutcracker.
So,
Oh my
but that is so
goodness.
good. So, I would say that you are really in tune then with
Very
your
much
wife. So you listen to her and you try to find ways. No, you are intentional about finding ways to make her happy.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I love to surprise her.
Yeah,
I
he
love her to
does.
have things before I can even get them for myself.
True.
Okay. Okay.
Like, yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
that is the sacrifice, I guess, that
Definitely a
is supposed to
sacrifice.
be in the man role. Now, speaking of that, now sometimes when people hear, we're all people of faith here,
Right.
and the Bible says that what wives submit to your husbands, but there's a lot that goes with this. There's that scripture,
Right.
because the man is supposed to be submitted unto God
Right.
and everything, right? But when you hear that, Atiya, or when you've ever been with girlfriends, have they ever seemed to push away from, I don't know about this submitting thing, but when you hear that, what does it mean to you?
I think because my circle of friends, we're all professionals, we're all confident in ourselves, and we also have men that are confident. So I think there's a difference between some women feeling like you have to be submissive and you don't have a voice of your own. We're letting a man be a man and feel like, stroking that ego and letting him feel like he is leading. Now, so that's what I do. So I can calmly say, Doug can lead the house. Now, if I see that we're going down the wrong road, there's a way that I can present that to him and say, you know what, this might not be a good idea. I know you were leading us down this way. These are some of the things I was thinking about. So, and also I think being submissive is, sometimes you have to be quiet. Like sometimes you don't have to speak about every little thing that you say. And I'm telling you, women learn that the older you get. Because in my 30s, the first thing I see, we having a conversation about that.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone. I need to talk to you when I get home. And he used to say, I hate that.
Right.
Like it's almost like when your mom's like, you're going to get a spanking when I get He's like, just tell me now,
Exactly.
So, but it's like, I don't have to speak on every little thing.
Okay.
And then, like, I don't have to I'm not going to have an argument in public. Part of those things are being submissive as well and making that man feel like he is in that role of being a man.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel about that, Doug?
Submissive, I don't even submissive. I wouldn't necessarily, I necessarily wouldn't say I want you to be submissive to me. I just want you to do the right thing, help me get where I'm trying to go. I'm going to help you trying to get where you're going. So I wouldn't say I don't believe in that, but like I'm not the guy who wants his wife to be submissive.
I think for Doug.
And I think also like it could just be natural. Like you don't have to be like, I want you to be submissive. It might be just like, hey, I like for you to do this, and she do it. Not so much if I want you to do this. Like it kind of like.
You know what he says a lot, and I don't even think you realize that it's you standing up taking the lead. But sometimes like he'll go with my idea, right? And sometimes the idea wasn't so great, and he's like, you know what? I'm to blame. Because I knew I should have stepped forward and I should have did this. It's okay. So I have to take the blame for that. He's like, the next time I know I need to just go with like my first thought and blah blah blah.
And that's a great thing that somebody definitely should do. Start taking, what do you call it? When you take like you done something.
Accountability.
Accountability. Accountability. So so
definitely.
And like you can only be mad at yourself. That's one thing I think
I can only be mad at myself.
That's my big thing. Whenever, even if it's somebody else, like say I hire somebody to do a job for me, and I know they kind of slow, and then they are slow, and then somebody's mad at me because I'm doing something slow. It's like. You know what? That's my fault. I can't even be mad at him. But I knew. So that helps me a lot, you know, and that helps me a lot from being mad at her. Because I'm like, I shouldn't have.
Right.
That's right.
Well, I like that because I know, like, I spent years or have a career in sales over 15 years.
Right.
Yes.
And one of the things that sales has taught us is when something doesn't go as maybe you planned, to look at yourself first.
Right.
Like critique yourself. Like, did I overspeak? Did I give too much information? Did I not listen enough? Like, what could I have done? So. Is that preparing me for my, next love?
Yes, absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and typically, I would at these times I would be leading, but it's just like she's like once her mind is set, she's on you, like she just on you. Then you be like, okay, well just do it. It's been that type of thing.
I'm the queen of multitasking
like,
and getting something done.
So now I tell her, don't put pressure on me. Like, and this, like, that's a no.
Because he needs time to process and think about what our next move is going to be. Where me, I'm already like 10 steps ahead.
Well, and I think that's the difference, the way the female brain thinks and the male.
Right.
And I know that it seems as though one of the things that we need to do as females is, even if a man doesn't give us a response right away, it doesn't mean they're not hearing what we're saying or not thinking about it, right? Okay, because I know I've said that to some people when you say, I'm like, but see, guys, they processing it more. That doesn't mean he's not listening to you or whatnot. So
exactly.
Like they're not doing nothing. They just, me, it's a lot going on in my head, and I promise you, I'm thinking about what she says.
And sometimes I want to snap to it. Oh my gosh, what's taking you so long?
Okay, but that's where you have to have patience.
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys had to, both of you maybe just put 3 top adjectives that's come to mind as to what really a couple needs, or you can just say what has been help you guys sustain your marriage. What adjectives would you give? I've already heard you say grace.
Let's see, how would I describe it? Yeah, grace would definitely be one. Transparency.
Understanding.
Definitely.
Understand. This is why I did this, even though it didn't look so good. This is what caused it. I'm a big person on that. Like if I do something wrong, I'd be like, well, babe, like you kind of poke me. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And she know, she kind of know what pushes my buttons, and sometimes she just keep poking, and then sometimes I get out of character, and I'm like, babe. Like,
and I would say calm.
Calm.
I think calm is definitely an adjective to describe the relationship if you really want longevity, because you can't fly off the handle about everything.
Okay.
You got to sit and think. That's something I've learned in the last few years. Just in the relationship, in business, definitely, because I'm a hothead when it comes to doing business out here. A lot of times.
Because I'm like, do not talk to my clients. No, I'll call them.
Well, I don't, it's like I can't deal with, if we can say it, BS. It's just like I have a short
fuse. Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as it starts, like I'm irritated.
Right.
So.
Right.
So you are more the customer service person.
Absolutely.
And that's how she's helping me.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In
the business. Okay. Well, that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So the last question then I just want to ask with this, and then we're going to go into another segment. Okay. But I did want to just say, what has been, if you think about the years, I guess one of the proudest moments that you've had when you think of Atiya accomplishment, and when you think of Doug, what's one of the proudest things that you said, I really like that about him?
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I think my proudest moment was, now you would think that my proudest moment would have been when she got her PhD, but it wasn't. My proudest moment actually is when you got your master's degree.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like she went to college and then she went on, and she never stopped her wife duties or mother duties. She didn't, it was just like she just kept going. So I just was, I would say maybe both of them. Those were the 2 big moments for me. I'm like, man, like she really did it. And me coming from the streets, coming from being a hustler. And it was just crazy. Like, man, like you end up getting yourself together. Your wife got a PhD, and now your kid, like one of y'all kids got their degrees. You know, one an engineer, one in communication.
Awesome.
Coming from where I'm from, that's like, it typically don't happen like that. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of the kids, and I'm proud of myself.
That's
much.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So what's something that you're very proud about, Doug?
Well, it's 2 things, twofold. So where he's gone in real estate, I mean, he's just really exceeded expectations that I even thought were going to happen. And then I love seeing him in his dad element. Like he's even from like when our boys were little, in the hospital, I'm having them to just, being there for them growing up, and all, like I think, and the grandkids. I think we only missed when they were younger, like one football game, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but just really seeing him in that element.
How committed he was.
Yeah.
That is so sweet.
It is. It's one of the best things that in my life is like, like my kids, my boys generally want to be with me. My boys generally want to hang out with me. They tell me like, "You the coolest dad ever." Like, and
except for when Diallo was younger, our youngest one together. He always wanted to be with me. Everywhere I went, remember Diallo always wanted to go.
He did, but he grew out of that.
Yeah.
I just realized something though.
What?
I would be remiss if I didn't ask this. I believe our viewers would know now. Every couple goes through a tough time.
Right.
And you don't have to share what your toughest time is, but I want you to tell me, whatever that was, how did you guys get past that?
Tough times.
Ooh. Wow.
Tough times in what sense?
Well, in the marriage.
In the
Okay,
marriage.
Was there ever a time in your marriage where you thought, I can't do this anymore?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was a time prior to that
in
time.
26, 30 years, for sure.
Yeah, but it was one time that she left the house for a couple of hours.
No, it was more than a couple of hours. It was a few days.
She was over. She went to her sister's for a couple of days.
Behind the gates, and you couldn't get to them. And I was like, nope, do not let him in.
Okay. So how did you get past that?
I don't even remember how we get past that.
You
a lot
know
of
what?
grace.
I'm telling you, I'm really surprised that I did not have a nervous breakdown, because around that time my grandmother also passed. That was really like a mother figure.
Right.
So I think I literally just kind of one of those moments where I stepped back and I just stayed in prayer, and I was like, God, just lead my footsteps. It was kind of like an outer body experience.
Right. Okay.
And I always tell people I'm glad that I did not make a rash decision, because I think maybe like a few years after that is when we lost Dejan. So that's my middle stepson. And I always tell people, like, I feel like if I was not with Doug, like he wouldn't have had that established relationship with someone to kind of pull him through that. So sometimes things happen for a reason. Sometimes you stay in relationships for a reason. Like I said, he's such an amazing man now,
Hey,
Wow.
Amazing. Thank you, babe.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm gonna recite that
That's
tonight.
your last amazing for today.
Remember, I'm
I
amazing.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you guys now some, so we're going to call this like the lightning round questions.
Okay.
And you can either, raise your hand or point to the person that you think that's going to be.
Okay.
So, who said I love you first?
Me?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're pointing to either yourself or me.
Yeah.
And you think it
All
fits
right. I
you.
got it. Got it.
Okay.
Who usually makes the best date night?
Me.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Who usually apologizes first?
Me.
Who holds on to conflicts a little longer?
Me. I
You
said
mean
me,
me.
but you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, her.
Sure.
She can hold on.
Boy, the queen of silent treatment.
That's crazy.
Okay. So let me see what else I can think of. Let's see. Who is probably initiates or plans vacations?
I would say her.
You
no,
think me?
you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm always trying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably is
Yeah.
me.
I usually figure out how to pay for it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I think that's a good mix then.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, now I want to get to like one of my favorite parts of the show.
Okay.
We're going to do something different. It's going to be a little game, but
Okay.
it's going to be a fun game. It's actually called the Connection Bowl.
Okay.
And this is a little bowl here that I have a couple little prompts in here.
Okay.
And these prompts are basically meant to sort of help you reconnect or rebuild or refocus on things.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask each of you just to reach down in the jar and just maybe pull one question. You
Okay.
read it, and then you do what the prompt says, and then the other will do it the same, okay? Who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Am I supposed to see this? Or
Yeah,
not?
because you have to read it because
Okay.
we have to know what it says.
Okay. Share what you first thought when you met your spouse.
All right, hold on. Let me read it so that everybody will know what it is.
Okay.
So Atiya picked out, share what you first thought when you met your spouse.
Now that's her. What
That's
she
you.
That's
thought.
me.
Yes.
Okay.
Throwing the number away, Mr. Do Too Much. Absolutely not.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Wow.
I mean, I didn't even get out the parking lot, and that paper was on the ground.
Wow.
How did that work out for you?
Right. So, Doug, you want to say what your first thought was when you saw Atiya?
When I can't lie, when I first saw her, what I thought was, like you said, we seen her at the skating rink, but I could still remember what she had on. She had on like the Guess jacket, and they had the shorts, and she can skate real good.
Okay.
You know, and she was just gliding. Like gliding around the skating rink, and she was beautiful. And I was so glad that my buddy kept playing around because I had an opportunity to catch her, you know.
Yeah.
And it's funny because me and him are still real good friends, and I know still to the day.
He's probably
Hey man,
like,
I'm
darn.
sorry I got her. Yeah.
You're lost.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay.
But no, he has a beautiful wife, and they're
that's
doing
great.
good and children.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm glad I got you.
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, Doug.
Your turn.
You pour your turn.
All right. Let's see here.
Describe one of your favorite shared memories in detail.
All
Okay.
right.
That's me.
Yes.
Okay. I would say our 25th wedding anniversary in the Bahamas. It was just so perfect down to the people that came.
Right.
To the food was just phenomenal. The setting was beautiful. We was at a hotel called the Gold when this hasn't been open that long in the Bahamas. It was phenomenal. Everything was just perfect. The weather.
Yeah. That's definitely, oh my gosh, like everyone is still talking about it.
Right.
When I say I did not drop one sweat and it was like 80 something degrees outside.
Wow.
It's like I just had a sense of calm over me. It was everything that I wanted for our first wedding happened on our vow renewal.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, so you
Perfection.
had a vow renewal
Yes.
like,
at
it
the
was-
25th.
Yes, it was like a whole wedding.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
destination.
Yes, it was destination.
That's
I mean,
okay.
like I went and did
Family and friends were
Yes,
there.
wedding
Okay.
dress shopping.
Oh,
My
wow.
girls threw me a
Tasting.
bridal party and everything. I mean, it was
Nice.
amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Well, that is really good.
It was.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So, would you guys do that again?
Yes.
Are you thinking about doing that
Yeah.
again?
Not that big, maybe,
Yeah,
but definitely
that big,
something
but
similar.
that's not so soon.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
probably
okay.
wants this- when
So,
you
I do it
want?
at 50?
50.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
50, we'd do it big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds so
Absolutely.
good.
Right.
Well, I am so thrilled that you guys graced our stage today.
We
I
appreciate
think we
it.
got
Thank you.
some wonderful gems.
Right.
And I think if I had to pinpoint the secret sauce to your marriage, it sounds like Doug has a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
He keeps you laughing.
Yes.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
I love that he's open to counseling.
Yeah.
So, because sometimes we all can get a little off course in things, right?
Right.
And that helps you with a non-biased person to show if you're wrong or you're right, or
Yeah.
even sometimes maybe it's not even wrong or right. It
Yeah.
might be different perspectives,
Right,
right? Because you
exactly.
grow up different.
Right.
But so it sounds like having a counselor
Definitely.
Yes.
is definitely can be a good thing,
Great.
a great thing.
Yes.
Okay, you heard
Yes.
that,
You
gentlemen.
heard that, gentlemen?
A great thing.
Go get some. Y'all
Yeah.
pick a counselor, and then like you can have somebody to help you when your wife is trying to like not show you grace.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I believe I heard you guys say ultimately is communication.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, learn each other's communication style and then honor that.
Right.
Because
Right.
one of the things you had said where you grew, Atiya, is at first, early on in the marriage, anytime you thought about something, you automatically think you had to go and attack it and address it
Right.
right then.
Right.
But you learn sometimes step back, not everything you got to make a big deal,
Right.
Right.
So, and then Doug, I think I heard you say is a man is have mutual respect. Like you don't have to be overcoming. You welcome her ideals and thoughts. And
Right.
then even if they don't come to pass, you take the accountability.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I love that.
absolutely. Yeah.
That's
I love that.
Thank
wow.
you.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys heard it right here.
Yes.
I just wanted to say thank you
Thank
for
you.
being on the show. Now, how can we support you guys? Because I noticed we don't have the book to show.
I
We don't have
No.
today.
And I do have one of them. I couldn't find the, but tell them
Okay.
where they can find the books if our audience wants to support you all.
Okay.
Okay.
So the books are on Amazon, Books A Million, Walmart, Target. That's where you can find those books. And then our social media, of course, is Real Estate with Blondie. And you are?
I am Real Estate One, the number one. I am Real Estate One. Definitely tap into that. You can get gems on real estate, relationships,
Yeah.
and you can see a whole lot on there. Check me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate you having
Yep.
us.
And I just want to say to my listeners, thank you so much for rocking with us today on the Choosing Love Again podcast. It is my prayer that something said today that you found valuable. If there's someone in your life who needs encouragement, share this podcast with them, okay? We will be dropping an episode on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of each month. So please stay tuned. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button now, and also hit the notification bell. So anytime we've got new content out there, it'll automatically send you a notification. And remember, it is not enough to find the right person. We must become the right person. Until next time, bye.